Hey everybody, this is Tina with Rehatch Designs, and I'm here with kind of a craft with me request video. I had made my paper bag no-sew journal the other day, and the picture has it decorated more than what I had done it and differently, and someone had asked if I would show how I decorate things and that kind of thing. And I don't always do that because usually what happens is when I'm decorating at the end, I'm way over time because I blab too much, and I'm hurrying up and trying to hurry up and get my get it done. And honestly, I don't plan these things out, so I'm doing it on the fly. And so then when I turn off the camera, I'll rip things off, do it this way, do it that way, and change it up. So that's a lot of reason I don't. So, but anyway, I thought what I would do is show you what I did on this. I had made this paper bag, and that was the other part of it. So this is kind of a part two. This is what was in the picture, and then people were asking, they saw a lot of this, but I added a lot to it after. And then I made this bag, kind of a folio type thing to put it in, and my thinking on that was it'd be a nice little gift to give somebody, and of course you could do it any way you wanted to. But anyway, I thought I would go through the process of showing you that. So what I did is I basically recreated what we had done in the part one, and I guess I'll go back and do it part one and part two. This is the actual journal that we made, and well, not the actual one. This is a duplicate. Okay, as much as I can duplicate anything, because you know how it is. You can't make something exactly the same. Where we did our strips to hold it in, kind of a thing, right? So this is the same. I used the same papers. I did the same thing and had the same result. I did put this bag on the outside instead of one of the papers. I think that was one of the only things I did different. And I'm going to do a few things different with the cover than I did on the other one, just because, we learn from our mistakes, or we improve. Let's just put it that way. And so I thought I might as well show you the improved version rather than just the old version. So I'm going to repeat a few steps, but I'm going to show you what I improved. Since this is only one piece of scrapbook paper, so it's not super thick, which is Tim Holtz paper, and his paper is thick, but it's usually I put two together. I didn't want to on this one for the reason that I didn't want this to be too thick because it's going inside that bag, and just the paper alone wouldn't. But I am going to decorate this up a little bit, and I want to make sure that it's not overly bulky in here. So I didn't want to add a lot of bulk, and I probably, I'm not going to add a lot of decoration to it, but I just was going to do some, and I'm trying to keep it from being bulky. So what I did on the other one, and then I went back in after I had decorated it, and I had done Mod Podge on the front and on the back. And I will tell you that it's a lot easier to do it before you decorate it. Okay, so that's what I did there. So I added my Mod Podge. It's the exact same piece of paper. I have my two pieces that I'm going to use for pockets. I'm going to put on there, and then we're going to go from there. Now that's what I learned is and I've done that before, where when I'm doing a video, like I said, I'm rushing and I'm trying to get things done. Definitely you want to ink it, at this point would be a good idea if you're going to ink it. And of course this is kind of going to be grungy, so we're trying to add, and I'm going to do some vintage photo, and then I'm going to come back across with some more. I do want it to have kind of a grungy look, so I'm going to do that. And when I do a video too, like I said, I'm trying to get a certain amount of things done in a certain amount of time, and then of course I got to remember everything. So that's why I do go back in and I change things after the fact, because And of course, I know, you know, when you're doing your stuff, I'm sure you probably look at it the next day, you wake up and you go, wait, you know, I'm going to do this or that, and I think this would look better here or there or whatever. I can't tell you how many times I've done a cover or something and I've actually ripped it all apart and redone it. So there's a few little spots. I'm going to put some on here a little bit because I want it a little bit grungier. That's just kind of what I want. So, and I'm going to do that on here. And you can add a little bit of your vintage photo if you have the re-inker or something to your Mod Podge and go over it. But I kind of like to have some control of where I grunge it up, like more on the ends and stuff like that. I just like that better. You know, I just like to have a little bit of control on it. Okay, so this is going to be, okay, right here. So we're going to do that a little bit. Okay. Going to do this a little bit, and I'm going to do the edges on this. And honestly, guys, I didn't do anything, you know, real crazy on this because I kind of want it to be a grungy, simple type looking, kind of natural looking thing. So I don't want it to be too overly embellished. So, all right. Anyway, so that's what I did with that. Of course, now I'm going to go ahead and just glue these on to my cover. Make sure we get that even. I don't think I did it even. Okay. And of course, now, let's see. I'm going to put, I don't remember. I want to do it the same as I did the other one. Ooh, I just dropped it on the ground. Hold on a minute, guys. I gotta pick it up. Okay, let me get that. Alright, let's see. I don't remember where I put each pocket. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna put, and I'm gonna use this glue because of the Mod Podge, it's not gonna stick unless I do this. So anyway, guys, I just thought I'd come back and do a video on that, and because I added the bag, I wanted y'all to see that. I had intended to do the bag thing on the first video, but I took way too long. Doing that journal is really quick, so don't think that it takes a long time to do it. It doesn't. It's just that, you know, I probably explain things in too much detail or whatever. And of course, I go on off things that don't have anything to do with anything. So I do make things look harder than it is or take longer than it does. So anyway, I was going to show you all the bag part, and I didn't get around to it. So I thought I'll do that, and then I'll show you how I decorated the front, since I had a couple people asking me about it. So I thought, well, we'll just do both. Okay. So anyway, so let me show you what I did change, and I did show you how I put it in the bound it in on the cover, but I did do it differently because I had done it in the journal that we had done, and I'll show you. I had done it with washi tape, and I decided later that I really I just didn't want to do the washi tape. I wanted something a little bit stronger, so I took, let's see, did I use, are these strips small enough or do I need bigger ones? I just took a strip. This is this really old lace that I have. I love this stuff because it tears so cool. See how raggedy it tears, because it's really old. So I think what I was going to do, let me get my washi tape. I put the washi tape down, and then I came back over it with the lace just to kind of reinforce it. Got that hair there. I just thought, let me see if there's an upside that matters which way this goes. I don't think it does. So you just want to position it in the right spot, just like we did with all the other pieces. And I'm probably going to do this in 2 pieces. And I'm going to put my glue stick on it, but then I'm also going to come back. You'll see what I'm doing in a minute. So, and like I said, if your glue stick doesn't stick that well, then you may want to use glue. Mine's pretty good, so I feel confident that it will work and stick and stay. And I found when I've been doing this is that sometimes if you go sideways like that, it actually is easier to keep it straight than going up and down. So I found that in doing my second one, that it seems to work a little bit better. So I'm going to put that here. And this is kind of just to structurally to get it where I want it. I do think the washi tape would probably hold it in there permanently, but I just kind of feel like I wanted some reinforcement. And it wasn't just the reinforcement. I just thought it ended up looking a lot. I just like the way it looked. I like the layers. So I'm going to put that in there. And then I'm going to put that one right here. And I know it's on the pocket part, but that's okay, because it's going to get covered up anyway. All right, so I got that in there good. All right, I'm going to do the other side. Make sure that's all lined up right. Now, of course, we could have, remember we used our micropore tape, and then we had our other adhesive, or other athletic tape. You could obviously use any of those, but since I'm doubling it, I thought that the this would work really good, and you'll see what I mean by doubling it. So I'm putting that there. Okay, now I'm going to do this one. So I hope you guys are having a good time and doing some crafting. And my husband is, I think he's realized how much time I actually spend in a craft room now, because, you know, he's home all day working at home, and it's really funny. It's kind of funny. But I said, hey, I'm working, you know. Believe it or not, I'm working. I'm not getting paid, but I'm working. Anyway, okay, so now what I did, I had another lace in there too. I think I want to use this one too. Let me kind of cut that a little bit. I don't know if it'll tear. Not really. How about if I tear this? I think I'm going to have to cut it because it's not going to tear real well. Okay, so I took a piece of lace. I don't think it was this wide though. Let me make it a little less wide. Yeah, I think that's about how long we need it. Let's just try it right here. I won't need all of that, but I'll need it in other places later. And I like it very torn, so I tear the edges. And I'm going to put that right there, okay? A lot of it on here. And then I'm just going to kind of glue that there. And then I'm going to take another piece, and I'm probably going to just kind of overlap and put it there. Or maybe I'll put this piece. And I'm just doing that. It reinforces it, and aesthetically I think it looks kind of cool. So that's what I did it. So it serves 2 purposes. Anytime you can kind of decorate and you know, add to the structure, that's a cool thing, I think. I'm going to put my glue right here. Got me my new bottle open, but I ordered some new, I don't know, I used to get them like 4 bottles at a time, and I don't know what I was thinking, just going down to 2, especially being locked up. Oh, I kind of wanted to do that the other way because I wanted the frayed part to kind of be at the top. Okay, so I'm kind of just sticking, and you'll notice that when you get all those pages in there, you've got kind of like a little valley in there, and you've got to push that in there. I think it needs a little bit more glue on top. Help if I took the top off. So anyway, then I'm going to take my other piece. I don't know which way I'm going to put that. I think I'm going to put it up there. And I'm going to put that in here. Just so it has lace going all the way up and down. Plus, I think it looks cool. And I didn't want to put, here I want to fray this up a little bit more. The way I do that is I take my scissor and I just go in there and I pull at it. And that's how I do it. I just want it to look like it's old, and I didn't just cut a piece of lace and stick it in there. That's been there a while. Take that, let it fray a little bit. Okay. That one blue piece of thread doesn't want to go away. Okay, because my hands are already sticky. We already started out with sticky hands, and we just got started. So I'm putting that in there and put a little bit more glue right here. And especially since I Mod Podged it, you know, you want to make sure it sticks to that. Okay, get in there. And no glue down there. Got to put a little bit more. Okay, so now it's going to stick down there. Got enough glue. Alright, so now I'm going to do this part, and I'm going to do basically the same thing, only going to just do it backwards. I'm going to put this part down there. No particular reason, just because aesthetically that's what I want to do. I just want to have it different. I'm just kind of eyeballing where I need to put the glue. I could put it on the lace first, which would probably be smarter, but... So anyway, guys, this is all I'm doing. Nothing new or earth-shattering, but I did have people asking me to do the decorating part, so I thought, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. And it's the part I like the best. It's probably the part everyone likes the best, right? Is the decorating part. I love it. Oh, this hair, I don't know, it just will not go away. Partly because it has glue on it, okay? Go away. Go away, glue. Hair. It still won't go. It's still stuck to my hand. It's going to stay there. This is going to be with me the whole video. Watch. That's what happens. Okay, got it off. All right. Put that in there. Put that there. I don't know how much more I need to. You want to kind of make sure it goes in there. Needs a little bit more glue right here. I think that's in there pretty good. So we got that all in there. Then I've got this piece, and I'm going to put it right there. And I think it looks raggedy enough, so I'm going to put it right there. Have it overlap a little. I might do a little bit more raggedy on this side, just because I like that. That's what I'm going for here. Right? All right. Not that anybody will notice, but oh well. I will. Right, guys? How much stuff do we do when you know nobody will probably notice it? It's the little tiny detail that you do and nobody notices, and you're like, oh my gosh, I put so much into that. But you know what? If you're happy with it, that's what matters. I will have to tell you, when I did my ugly paper thing, you know, just recently I did a video on transforming your ugly paper, and I know there's a lot of videos out there lately. I had so many comments. We must all just have so much ugly paper, right? And I remember when I said, somebody, if you don't have any, somebody will give you some. Oh, trust me, guys. There's lots of ugly paper out there. I think we ought to have like an ugly paper giveaway for people who don't have any paper or something. And you know what's really funny is that something that you might think is ugly and you don't like or not your taste, other people may think is wonderful. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I gotta put more over here because it is not sticking. My hands are already so sticky that I can't do this. And we're just getting started, so I'm gonna have to unstick them a little bit. Where is my little alcohol thing? Oh, that was another thing. I went to, you know, I felt like I risked my life and went to the dollar store, right? I was masked up and everything to go. And I told you I use this 50% off alcohol to clean with, and it's only 50%. And it's, you know, this stuff right here. And I couldn't get any because they're out. And the lady there said they can't keep it in. And so I guess, you know, people aren't going to carry because it's not really, shouldn't really be used as a disinfectant because it doesn't have, you know, enough alcohol content in it. But, you know, I guess if it's better than nothing, right? I guess. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But anyway, so I couldn't get my alcohol so I'm running on not a lot, and I use it because it works really good at getting, you know, stains off and you know, getting the glue off your fingers and your mat and all kinds of stuff. So I probably should be using my mat, but I am. It does put a lot of glare on the lights and things. So I'll tell you one thing too, that glue does a number on your fingernails too. So if you've just got a manicure done, don't do this. I'm just doing this stuff at home, so it's not like it's a big deal for me, but okay. So we did that, and let me get a wipe quick. That'll help get some more. Like I told you the other day, if you guys always see me picking at my fingers, it's because these little pieces of glue they just get there and they won't get out. And then, you know, as soon as I get them all off, then the next thing you know, I'm like adding more glue to my fingers. So all right, so I did that just, you know, aesthetically to add some interest, and it does, I think, make it pretty solid. This thing's not going anywhere. So if you wanted to make this for somebody, you would not, it's not going to fall apart. I guarantee you. This is very sturdy. So the important thing is you just want to make sure that if you don't have a good glue stick when you're putting that stuff down, that you use just some sort of good glue to make sure it goes down. Okay, the other things that I did is on the other one, I added trim on the edges because I told you if you're not sewing your signatures in, then this is not going to be tight and your pages may, you know, stick out a little bit, and that's okay because you can fix that to where it actually looks like a plus. And I think, I don't remember what, let me see, I had, okay, I used that. I gotta get some more of it. I'm trying to duplicate what I did, and I just hope I have enough of the same laces to do that. I might not. I thought I had a ton of it, but I guess I don't. Let's see. Uh-oh. Okay, well, if I don't, that's okay. I can use something else. Let me make sure, though, first, because a lot of times I just have stuff in a different spot. I guess I could have got all this ready before I did the video. I thought I had it all out, but let me look under here. No, I guess not. I guess I don't. That's okay. We can change it up a little. It'll be fine. Which one do I want to use? I'm looking at my pile of lace I have over here because I have quite a bit. I don't know if I want it that wide. Oh, it'll be okay. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do this. I'll just use this because that'll tear pretty well. I'm trying to find some that's this width, and I don't have that much left, so I don't want to. And the other ones I have are thinner, and I don't think it'll have the same effect. Huh, I thought I had a ton of that stuff left. I don't know. I guess I don't. I must like it. I must use that width all the time then. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. And I've got a bunch of it over here, so we'll do that. It doesn't really matter, guys. You get the gist of it, right? So we're going to put that there. And I put that all the way across. And that's the same thing I did on the other one, as I just put my lace there. And what that does is it helps us with the hiding of the fact that our papers are sticking out. And you don't have to have it a lot, hanging over a lot. See, if you see that? That totally fixes that. And then it adds something to your journal. But when I got done with it, I thought, oh, this is just a little bit too cute, okay? In fact, well, I'll deal with that later. So I put this on the other one, and I thought, no, I'm sorry, too, you know, too cute. I don't want it to look like it matches that well. So anyway, I put this on both. And I just put a little bit on the end. And especially after you've Mod Podged, you definitely want to use a really good glue that will stick, because it is going to, I'm going to make sure I get this even. Yeah, it looks even. Okay. You know, you want it to stick good, so. And all glues are not created equal, I will tell you that. So, if you see crafters using, you know, 3 or 4 different glues, they have different functions, you know. Some things stick to other things better, you know, and they do. So, okay, that needs to come up a little. Here we go. And I don't care if it's frayed on the bottom. I want that. I go out of my way to get that. So, okay, so then what I did is I looked at it and I went, well, that's just too cute. Okay, but all right. I added, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to add the other laces until I do what I did last time. Okay, I took a piece of this. This stuff to me is gold. Okay, this is gold. This comes in packing. A lot of times when you get dishes and things like that, this stuff will come in with that. And honestly, guys, I love it. You could get the same effect with a cardboard box and peeling it, but honestly, this is so great. It's a little bit thinner. I think Dawn on the Book Vandal used it to make her butterflies and things, and she did a tutorial on that. And I remember I was watching that, and I had just used like my last piece of this, and I was like so depressed because I love this stuff. And I don't remember what we got. My husband ordered something, some part or something for RV, and this was in the packaging, and he had the box out in the garage getting ready to put it out to the trash, and I screamed and ran across the garage, and I was so excited. It's like, what in the world, you know? And this packaging, this is amazing. You want this stuff. So if you see it, there's so many uses for it. So if you see it, snag it. Okay, so anyway, we're going to use this. And let's see, I don't know. I can't remember what I did with that. Here we go to get this from here. I've got all my parts over here. I basically took the same exact pictures so that we could duplicate everything. Here we go. So I've just got to make sure this is the right size, and I don't remember how much bigger did I make that. I didn't make it a lot bigger. This might work. I don't like to waste this stuff because it's just gold. And even if I do it wrong, trust me, I won't get rid of the piece because it'll be used for something. Anyway, I'm just going to kind of make this not so straight on the edge here because I can't have that. That might be a little too big. Did I make it that? I think I went this way. Yeah, I think that'll work right there. If it doesn't, I'll just get another piece. Yeah, that'll work. That's probably about right. Okay, so I did that, and all I did is, I think with y'all, I just put this on, and then I put a little bit of gauze behind it, and that was pretty much it. And that's all. I think that's all I did. I inked that, glued it on. Okay, so what I decided when the video is over, I actually wanted to do some other things, and it's way easier to do it now. I had to take stuff off to do what I did, so I'm going to kind of do this in a way so that you guys can see what I did, okay? So let me ink this first. So we've gotten to the point where I did this. So I'm going to ink this up. And I do want to tell you guys, when I do stuff and I don't decorate, it's not because I don't want to do it on camera. It's just that, like I said, I always seem to be doing it at the very end because it's a process video and we're making something first. So I think what I'm going to start doing is maybe just kind of a build it, you know, where we make it and then maybe we do a decorate. So, because I do realize that people like to watch that. And I guess I thought, you know, well, decorating is kind of personal, but I do, you know, when I think about it, I love watching people decorate stuff. I really do, because it gives me good ideas or different ideas, or, you know, and it's kind of relaxing. I think it's the same as like collage, you know. Now see, I'll put that on there, and I'm not going to remember how I did it, but that'll go like that. We got to ink this up. Okay. Oh, this also what I did when I took it off. I kind of crumpled it up a little bit. Not super bad, but I thought it looked too pretty and too perfect. And so I did that. Let me mish it up a little bit more. See, now it looks like I folded it. I didn't want it to look like that. Okay, there we go. That's better. That's a little better. His paper is really thick paper. If it wasn't thick paper, then I would have definitely doubled that or something. Boy, we need more glue over there, don't we? I didn't do a good job of that. I'm trying so hard to not get glue everywhere. Okay. Anyway, guys, so I crumpled that up a little, and then I took my distressing tool, and this is from Making Memories. I have got this, I bet I've had this at least 20 years. And I was distressing things forever. I always seem to like that look. I don't know why. I just always have. And anyway, you know, this thing wasn't working for a while, and I realized that it has like a little blade in there, and it got all gunked up. You can do this with the side of your scissors too. You can just take your scissors and kind of go like this. It does the same thing, okay? But I got the tool, so I use it. I have no idea if they still even make these. I know that there are a lot of distress tools out there that you can buy, and I can't really speak to how well they work, because this is the only one I've ever had, and I've used it a long time, and you would think it's not it wasn't working a little bit, and I finally just I took my little thing that I use for everything, that's why it's so dull now. Where is that thing? I just took this little thing and went in there and just kind of cleaned out the blade a little bit, and I'll tell you what, it works fine now. So I guess it's good for another 20 years if I'm still around. So anyway, so then I went in and I inked it, and I didn't do this on the other. I was going to do the darker stain. This looks okay though, I think. This will look all right. It looks all right. Okay. So I did that, which is all easier to do prior to, and I did, like I said, I peeled off the other one, so I'm basically showing you what I did. Okay, the other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to add a book plate. What did I do with my book plate? It's right here. And these are my rusty book plates, okay? And I wanted to, where did that thing go? Oh boy, did I put it under here? Oh, I have so much stuff stacked over here just to try and remember. You would think doing something you already did would be really easy, but it's actually not as easy as you think. Let me get that out. So I had some words cut out, and I'm going to cut these out. All right, let's see. Where did I have a piece of linen in here? I had a whole stack of stuff that I thought I would use. That's how I do stuff. I just throw everything out, and then I go, okay, what am I going to use? What am I not going to use? And that's how it goes. So, let me see. I'll just get a new piece. Okay, so I kind of wanted it to be in here. I'm going to use that, but I didn't want it just on the scrapbook paper. And let's see, I took a piece of linen. So I'm going to have to kind of gauge where that's going to go. Let me just cut that. And get it in there. Got to get it just right so it's not too small, not too big. Cut it straight up there. And yes, my rusty piece gets a little rusty stuff over, but I do usually spray paint. Not spray paint it. Hairspray, and that works. And it works pretty good, actually. So, but I didn't really pay a lot of attention on this because it's supposed to be kind of grungy, so... That's the whole point in making my rusted pieces. I always felt like when I was putting stuff, you know, wanting to make stuff grungy, and then I'd put my new stuff on, even though it was antique brass or whatever, it just looked too new. So, I think that's why I really got to rusting things, because I just like, okay, now to me it looks better. So I've got some words I'm going to put on there. I'm going to cut them up and ink them and glue them on. Of course, you could leave it blank. You could put something else on there, whatever you want to do. I just printed off some words and thought I'd do that. Okay, so I'm going to ink them before I put them down to make them pop a little bit. Okay. So anyway, did that. Okay, so let's hope I can get this on there to where it's not sticking out too much. Telling you, it's just a fine line between too small and too big. It really is. I'm going to cut this a little bit up here. All right, let's see. I think that'll work. Let us see. Well, maybe not. Oh, no, that looks good. That looks good. Okay. Just make it a little straighter. See, if I could cut straight, then this would all be a lot easier, but I just have this thing. Okay, that's still crooked. Jeez. All right. Just a tiny bit right there. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue on this to put that on there. And, okay, I'm going to put that there. Try and get it not to overlap. Come on. You fit a minute ago. There we go. And I usually wait to put my words in after because, I don't know, somehow it just always gets messed up when I do it before. See, that's just going to go right there, okay? It's over too far on that side. I'm going to move it over. There we go. That's good. All right. So now I'm going to just put my words down. And I'm going to use the same glue. Of course, I always put too much. All right. Anyway, guys, I just thought I'd go ahead and go through this just because I had people ask me, and, you know, I don't intentionally, you know, go behind your back and finish doing stuff. It's just, you know, that's how it works, because I'm usually in a rush to get things done because I've talked too long and my video is going too long, and I'm trying to keep them at an hour, and they always go over. So I used to really kind of freak out about that, but now I'm just like, hey, you know, if it's too long and too boring, fast forward. If you don't want to watch the end, don't watch it. I mean, you know, you can do what you need to do, but I'm not going to stress anymore because it's just too hard. Because I have X amount of things to do, and, you know, I gotta get them done. So, you know, if you don't want to watch them, then don't watch. That's all I can tell you. Okay, so I have some rusted brads, and I'm going to tell you guys something. They look cool, but the problem is because they're rusted, a lot of them will break when I put them in there when I bend them. So I don't use them necessarily to hold things in. I back them up with some glue. But anyway, it was a cool idea. But okay, so I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to go ahead and use holes. Uh-oh, don't fall. I'm just going to use this to poke the holes in. Okay, and where did I put this? I think I put it about here. So I'm going to just hold this up. I know this is not dry yet. Oh, come on, stay still. And poke me some holes with this. Oh, come on. Ugh. Maybe I just have to hold it down lower. If I use what I need to use, my awl, then it would work a lot better. I just couldn't find it. Let me see. Where are you? I say that and then I can't find it. Oh, come on. Oh, seriously? I can't find it. I wonder where it is. I'm looking at my little spinny. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. It's easier to go straight than it is to do it with that curved thing. I can't even tell you, if you watch my bookbinding thing, I have poked holes in my fingers before, guys. I have. I'm going to put that one in. There we go. And I don't know if this is going to break or not, because a lot of them do that I've rusted. But I back this up with glue, so it will stay. Okay, I'm going to do that one. See, the problem is you put your finger behind there, and I remember in my my bookbinding thing, it came with the little kind of thimble thing. I don't know what you call it. I'm sure it's a bookbinder's tool that comes with it, and to keep you from poking holes in your finger. And I remember, like, who needs that? Oh yeah, if you have one, it's a handy thing to use. I still wouldn't use it probably because I would forget. But okay, so I'm going to smush those down good so they're flat, and I'm going to put some glue behind them because honestly I don't trust them because like I said, they were breaking. Okay, so I'm going to add, like I did in the other one, some gauze behind this picture. And I always have the hardest time doing this, especially when my hands are sticky. And you know, it's doubled. This is cheesecloth. It's not really gauze. This is cheesecloth. Excuse me. And cheesecloth is just, you know, usually double or triple or whatever. So you kind of have to kind of pull at it. Like this is still double right here, and I would really like to get it single. But once you start doing that, it starts falling apart. And it does not work well when your hands are sticky, but it does add an interesting texture. And I do add it to a lot of things, especially. Okay, so that's, I think, going to be the perfect size. We'll see. If not, I'll add more. Anyway, I just kind of pull it ahead of time. So I'm going to put it on here. Of course, I have completely forgotten how I want this. I think I wanted it like that. And I'm going to put that there. And I want it to be big enough to come out the sides. So I'll do that a little bit more. So then we're going to put that on. Okay, I need more here, so I'm probably going to have to add another piece. And a lot of times I add too much and then I cut it off later because, you know, because. So I'll put that across here and on the ends and come down over here. Okay, so I'm probably going to do that. And that'll be about right, I think. I think that'll be about right. Okay. So I'm going to do that. I don't know. I did not angle the other one, but I think I angled it a little. So I think I'm going to do like the same thing. I'm going to do that. To me, if you do it a little crooked, then it looks like you just put it on crooked. If you do it angled, then it looks like it was intentional. And that's the fine line that you want to hit. And I think on the other one, I didn't do it enough. And it kind of looks like, oh, she just put it on crooked. So I think I'm going to do this. Or I could do that. I don't know. Because the other thing is crooked. I don't know, guys. Okay, I'll do it like this. I'm just going to do it like that. Because this is crooked. Okay. So here's the part when you have the gauze. See, I just took it off. Oh, gosh. Come on, guys. There we go. I'm going to just put some glue down here. I'm going to do this part first, and then I'm going to glue the other piece on. So I'm going to put that down. Oh boy. Trying very hard not to get this all over my hands, because then I'm not going to be able to touch anything. Everything will stick to me. Come on. All right. This is why I don't do a lot of decorating on camera, because of all this kind of stuff. Plus, too, I don't know. It takes me a while sometimes to make up my mind, and I don't know if y'all want to sit through that. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if y'all are like that, but it takes me a while sometimes. Things don't just, boom, here we go. Occasionally, though, you'll do something and you'll have something on your desk and it'll be exactly the right size and the right piece, and you're like going, oh my gosh, how did that happen? And, you know, it's like a crafting miracle, you know? Put that down. Oh, see, that's not been down there enough to where it's going to stay. Okay, so I got it down there enough. I'll fix it up in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and put my glue on this. Yeah, I got to go back to the 4 bottles because I go through this. And I don't really like the big bottles because you know how you get all the air and stuff in them. So you'll be like halfway down and it does all the bubbling and all that. And I find the smaller bottles, to me, don't do it as much or as long, I guess, because, you know, they're half the size or less. So that's why I like them. And I do need to start getting the 4-pack that I was getting off of Amazon because it's more economical, and I'm kidding myself thinking I can only use 2 bottles a month because that's just not going to happen. I had it on a regular thing and I changed it to 2 and I'm like, that's not working. Okay. So there we go with that. I think this is down enough. I think I curled this up a little just to kind of make it look a little grungier, you know. I think that I did that. Okay, so that was another element. Okay, so we did that. Now, this is the other things that I added after the fact. I think I had a sari silk tie. So let me get that. I don't care if it has a knot in it or not because I want that. I like it. And I'm guesstimating that this is the right size. So I'm going to put that over here. And then this over here. Probably not the right size. Let's see. So yeah, that's going to be about right. Okay. And I maybe could make it a little bigger. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that's perfect. No, that's about perfect. Okay, so that's about where we left it. This is how we left it. I didn't put this on. This was not on, okay? But everything else, this is how we had left it. The only reason I added that on now is I want you guys to see that, you know, it's way easier to do it then. Because like I said, I tore it off before it was dry to do that. Okay, so then I need some glue right there, it looks like. Right? Okay, there we go. I think it just needs to be held down for a second. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is add just a few more touches to it. Let me see where we're at. Ooh, we got to hurry. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Where's the thin pieces go? Did I have any thin ones left? I had a few. Okay, I took this. I didn't like the fact that it looked so, you know, I guess linear or whatever. So I took some burlap and I put some burlap up there. Okay. And I put that up there. Okay. Did that. And then, oh, I think I added it maybe a little bit higher. Put that in there. Right. Okay, so then what I did is I decided I wanted some more interest up here and down there. So I think I took a piece of lace and I cut it and put it, let's see, on top. And I put that up here. I think I put some burlap under there. Did I? Or didn't I? No, I don't think I did. Oh, I think I know what I did. I went back across this and I did a little of that. I just wanted it to make it look a little bit more dingy. And I put this on top. And I think I put a little burlap underneath it. Like that. I did that. Then I did this. And there's no rhyme or reason how I come to any of this, so I just wanted something in that corner. Okay. And then I took a button. I think I put some more down here too. I put some burlap. Did I have a smaller piece already? Yeah, I do. Here we go. Ugh, see, my hands are already getting bad enough that I can't do this. Okay, let me get another piece. I don't know, I think I'm going to use one of these because I want it more of an angled piece. So I took a piece and I put it down here because I wanted something on the bottom. I always want like things on opposite ends. I'm not sure why, I just do. So I put that there. We'll let that dry. And then I put another piece kind of on top of it. So I put another piece of lace right there. Then I wanted something down here. So I took another piece of lace. Gosh. I took another piece of lace and it wasn't very big, I don't think. I just took it and went kind of like this. And I think I just took that. I didn't add anything else to it. I just put it right there on that corner. just to add a little bit more interest right here. And I added it in that corner and just kind of let it, oh gosh, look at that big blob right there. Got to get that off of there. Okay, did it all come off? Good. And I just added that right there. Okay, so then what I did is I did that, and then I kind of thought, well, gee, it looks kind of like it needs something, which of course is always a button. So I put a button up there. I'll put a button, oh, maybe, where did I put the other button? I was going to put one right here. And so I'll do that, and I have some of my antique buttons, and I put those in. So I'll put one over there. I'm telling you guys, a button cures everything. And you put that there. Okay. And then down here it needed something, but I didn't want to put another button. So then what I did is I took some of my rusted, look, see, how am I going to do anything with this? Ugh! I took some of my rusted bulb pins. Let me open that. Okay. And I took some beads and I just I don't even know what colors. I just mixed up the colors. I didn't really pay a lot of attention to what I was doing. So I just put a few beads on there and I just let them down. If I can find the hole in this one, it'll work. And after I did that, I just put that on the bottom only because I just didn't want to put another button. I wanted it to look, you know, a little different. So I did that. Okay. So I did that. And that's kind of what I did. I wanted to rough it up a little more. Then what I did, oh, you know what I didn't do on the buttons? Hopefully they're not dry. Yeah, see, you have to do this because it's the finishing touch. Ugh, they're stuck to my fingers. I got to put a little bit of this eyelash trim. Eyelash trim just kind of, to me, finishes things off. So I put that in there. Hopefully I can get that down there with my fingers so sticky. Put a little bit more glue. Yep, see, now it's going to stick. Hold on, stay, please. Okay. So I put my eyelash trim down there. And I put some down in this one, too. I just really think the eyelash trim just, I don't know. It does something. So I did that. Probably needs more. That doesn't have enough. Just put it all in there. Let's put it all in there. Okay, there we go. Now, see that eyelash trim really, I know it may seem like a little thing, but it does really make a difference. So I got to cut that because it was looped. There we go. Okay, so I did do that. I put the eyelash trim there and there. And make sure that sticks down. And then what I did is I have this thing about whenever I do these ribbons that I don't like them to fall off. And you know, so I like it to be on there. So I get it to where I want it, which basically is right here. So that's where I want this side to stick down. And I took a piece of my lace. It was bigger than that. I took a wider piece like this. And I kind of went, get a bit about this. I have cut my fingers too plenty of times. And I just took that. I need it a little bit more tattered. It's not tattered enough for me. I should have ripped it. But anyway, I just took this, tattered it up a little bit, and okay, I put that here. I don't want it to go down too low. And I just put that on there, and that just going to keep, it's going to do two things. It's going to keep my ribbon down, and it's going to kind of decorate it also. So that's what I did there. It adds a little bit of more decoration. And at the same time, I have it up too high. That needs to come down. I think I have this thing a lot high. Oh, let me see if it can still, I don't know. I don't think it's going to move. It's too late. It's just going to have to be where it is. So this is just going to have to come down lower. Get that a little bit lower. It'll be fine. It's not worth moving that and goofing it all up at this point. Okay. There we go. That'll work. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I don't think that's going to move. Well, it might. Let me see. I'm just very hesitant to do that. I guess I can cover it up if I do. See, I pull things off all the time. All the time when I realize I've kind of screwed something up. So I got to go up a little bit with that. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now my button fell off. I know y'all are going, don't do that! I do it all the time, guys. And if it doesn't work, I figure out a way to fix it. Now it's crooked. Now it's like that crooked where it looks like I just did it crooked, not like I meant to be it crooked. There we go. Alright, let me put more glue on there. This time it's there to stay. Okay, so anyway, that's what I meant to do. So now this has to go back up. If I can get it to go up. Ugh. Now everything is going to be sticking to my fingers big time. Yes, there we go. There we go. All better now. Like I said, when you're in a hurry to do stuff, it's hard to think through the whole process. Okay, so that's kind of what I did. And we'll go ahead and, I don't know if we should go ahead and do the bag on a part 3. I don't know if it's enough to do a whole nother video. Let me just do that, because that'll bug me. So that is done, guys. I added a few more pieces here and there on the back and, whatever, but for the most part that's kind of what I did on that. So the bag part, let's see what we're doing on time. Oh boy, we're already over. I'm going to go ahead and do the bag part. If y'all do not want to sit through another 15 minutes, then obviously you have that choice, but I don't want to have to do a separate video on it because it's really not that long. Okay, so what I did on the bag is, this is another part of the Tim Holtz package, and honestly, it really all goes together so well. What is the name of that again? I do not remember. Do I have it in here? Let me think. I'll show you guys again. But there's so many. The Wallflower. And it is just, everything goes together so well, and it's kind of like this grungy botanical, which is really my aesthetic. I love it. You're going to see it a lot on my channel, so if you don't like it, it's too bad. You're going to see it anyway, because I love it. I just love it. I love it. I love shabby. Don't get me wrong, I do, but this is probably what I like the most. Honestly, I really like it. It just seems to be kind of, if you're wondering what I'm doing here, guys, I'm picking some glue off of my fingers so that I can possibly finish the rest of the video. Okay, so the bag part that we're going to make is really not that much, but I don't know. You know what? Okay, I tell you what. We are going to come back with another video for the bag part because there's just too many parts to it. And it'll probably take us a good 30 minutes to do it. So I'm just going to do another video for this part. How about that? Okay. So that is how I decorated this. I will say this is the other thing that I did, and I will add this to this. I did do some more on the inside, so when I do the back part, I'm going to show you that, okay? That way you can see how I really did it, everything that I did to it. And I don't mean like decorating as far as tags or anything. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another part to this, and I'll go ahead and do the bag and then the inside. And if I have time, we'll do like 2 or 3 tags, because I'm only going to do like 4 tags or something on the pockets on these, because they're going to be just, you know, kind of blank journals. And I'm going to put ephemera with it for people to do what they want to do. We may be able to do that in another video and get it all in one. That's why I never do a lot of decorating, because if you're showing people how to make something, you don't have a lot of time, you know, for indecision and all that kind of stuff. So when I have done it, it's when I make 2 things and I do it beforehand and then I duplicate it. Because I remember I told you I do like 2 videos a lot of times. Okay, so guys, don't forget about my giveaway Fridays if you don't know about it. If you are a subscriber to my channel and you make a comment during the week, it can be an old video, a new video, it doesn't matter, but the comment needs to be a current comment during the week, Friday through Friday. On Fridays, I draw a name from those people that have commented, that are subscribers, and you can win a prize. You can look at some of my old videos to see some of the prizes that I give out. A lot of times it's journals that we've made, and I pay up to $10 shipping, and I ship anywhere. So okay, so you guys, I'll see you again, and we'll do the next part in another video. Take care.